ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Fishycraft episode 7. We're in the Nether. We're in the Nether a lot recently. It's that time in the season where you spend hours upon hours in the end. And Nether. Sorry, I got a bit confused because I am planning to do a dragon pretty soon. But this is where I excavate all my black stone, my basalt. And the Nether hub is like right up there. Can you see that hole? That's the Nether hub. I'll show you what I've been doing on there. So that's what I'm working on. I'm gonna do, I think, next episode, another episode that we do on the Nether hub. I think every other or every 2 episodes we will work on the Nether hub. Just so you guys don't get bored. We do a different project every week or every episode. Depends when I upload it. They said want to get uploaded by Wednesday. It's Sunday and it's like 9 o'clock. I've just finished speaking to, it's 9:12, and I've just finished talking to Holy Nathaniel. I did a fit service Sunday stream today, week 2, so it's a bit crazy, but this is how it looks now. I've not got my soul speed boots because my soul speed boots are actually acting dumb. So you go down here. Did I make the portal bigger? Yep, I made the portal the right size. You go down here, and then I've started working on the small basalt and the tunnel, and then this goes all the way down to the basalt delta. Thus, it's got the kind of colours. This probably could go all the way to the Nether fortress, but I'm not probably going to do that. And you can see I was just down there a minute ago. So yeah, it's a bit of a funny episode today. We're going to get started on my base project, part 2. We finished with my base, episode 5. I'm getting confused with all these episodes, but I finished at episode 5. This is episode 7. But I finished it like basically this week. I finished it because episode 6 I basically did yesterday evening, and then episode 5 I did from Monday to Friday. This episode I'm planning to get from Sunday to Wednesday and upload it maybe on Thursday, maybe on Wednesday, depends. Maybe even on Friday, because I'm a bit behind with editing some things. I know. Look into my eyes. I know. But I should have took some netherrack from the Nether. Anyway, today I'm gonna start building my medieval village. Well, at least start laying it out. I'm gonna also have to do the skeleton farm this week and sort something out for these horses. I mean, this guy's, I think he's been sitting there for like 3 weeks. No, he's been sitting there for like 2 months. I swear down, he has. Clean this up. Because the whole village is kind of going to go, I'm going to have to terraform this. It's going to go from here all the way to here. It's going to be a long straight of random shaped buildings. How we're going to do it is I'm going to lay out the kind of the size of this. And then what I'm going to do is split it into 5 districts. And we're going to do a district an episode. So that's what we're going to do. A district an episode, or at least half a district an episode. So we'll be doing this for 10 episodes because this is supposed to be a mega project, and we've still got the castle to finish. I know, but my farming district is something. It's a long-term project. And look how much animals I have. This guy was a baby horse. This chicken's going to be useful for eggs. I'm actually going to move him into the room. We have the cobble generator. We're going to actually have an egg farm. You can see we have the cobble generator, got to clean this up. We're going to have an egg farm. It's a weird farm concept. But I need to go, I'll be back with you guys once I have some netherrack, so we can start placing the rough shape of how this medieval village is going to look. And whilst we're placing the netherrack, I'll explain you what this project is all. Some netherrack, and I'm going to start this. There probably will be some form of bridge here eventually. But I'm going to just do one district today, which is the district. I'll actually lay this out, and then tomorrow I'll go to the skeleton farm and get that finished. I think we should need like a board, and we have just signs on it, and we just write down the goals for every episode on it, on like the board. I think I'm going to have to do that somewhere in the castle here. I mean, this castle just looks amazing. I've never built something like this in survival, obviously. I think this might be one of my biggest survival builds ever, this. It's very rich in stone. So the village is gonna... Now coming back to the village is going to be starting roughly around here. And I've already come up with a name for it. And I think I'll reveal that soon. Maybe the next clip. So you may want to wait for that. And it's going to go all the way down here. Just see how much of the project this is going to be. Go around these trees because it's going to be like a path. Let me just do that. Around these trees. This is just the border of the village. So, and I'm sorry for the squeaky noises if you can hear that. But this is it. This is literally going to be one district, and this is now the districts. I've come up with names. I've been kind of planning this for like a couple of days now. The districts, and I've actually been planning this for a while because I actually do have a design that I made a couple weeks ago for a village up. This bit over here, the district over here is going to be called, I'm actually going to reveal the districts, is going to be the District of the Dead Souls, here where Haribo used to have his base, the Dead Soul District. Across the river from my 3 towers, you may have guessed it, the District of the 3 Towers is going to come here. Now, over there where the kind of we started placing all the blocks down, it's going to be the District of the Pumpkin Patches. Then, like roughly where I'm standing right now, the District of the Happy Diamond. And I've not yet decided where this is going to be. The District of the Overarching Terror. Which I actually asked Holy Nathaniel if he could choose that name. If he could choose a name. And that's what he came up with. Today when we were talking about some things, we were doing some Minecraft servers, you know, not on live, it was like right after we did the stream. I did the stream, we did some servers. We played an intense game of Egg Wars on Cubecraft. And also I think I'm going to start making my Server Sunday streams to clips, so I can put them on Fishy Redstone, like the best of Server Sundays week 1. Something, but that may do that after I've done Server Sunday, because Server Sunday is only going to go on for not that long. Now the Overarching Terror may be on, I don't know, I'd have to think of where to put it, and it's probably going to be, and all these districts are going to be quite big, maybe all 50 blocks each. Let's not forget, this is actually a long distance, and I'm not going to plan any of this in a create world, I'm just going to build. And I could do gravel. This is another reason why I prefer to do builds, because it's going to be easier. And it's going to finish here. Look how big this is going to be. And we're going to start with the Pumpkin Patches district. And we're going to build different shops. The Overarching Terror, it may be a good idea to, you know, this lake, we're going to convert it into a fishing place. Now, there's going to have a lot of medieval shops in it and that, so it's a great idea on how to build something. So, I'm going to use these buildings, going to be like basalty, wooden, I think the Dead Souls, that's going to be very basalty, you know, it's Dead Souls. Now, and it's nothing personal. And it's nothing like that I hate. Not Holy Nathaniel, the Neotilt, also known as Haribo. It's not that I hate him. I think the Dead Souls is more of a reference to an abandoned area. An area which no one has lived in for ages. In which case this is kind of true. No one has actually lived in this area for ages. No one ever lived there, but then I just built a random castle and... well, look at what's happened. And someone lived here. I lived there in both worlds, and that's going to still be my base. But I want to actually make this whole area a bit more nice. And I think I'll have a little cobblestone wall behind this. Maybe a couple of trees. I'm going to keep these pumpkins. This is actually going to be intense to start doing. Today I actually want to get the paths done, and if you're wondering where I've come up with all these names, I just have now. I'm going to tell you the name for it. I said I'd say it in the next clip, but I just can't wait. It's going to be called IMAGINETOWN. Now, it's going to be called IMAGINETOWN because it's actually going to be a lot of it. Imagine that this is what medieval times were like. This is going to be very much medieval houses, but with less dumb people. You know, medieval times were dumb because, like, they did some dumb things back then. It's just hard to believe what some things they did. Now let me let's start doing the borders. That's District 1. I'm going to split the 4, and then I'm going to see where we can put the overarching terror one. I'm going to do it by districts, and I think I'm going to start with the pumpkin patch districts. You know, and it's obviously, this is another project, but I've done my best. I've not done the castle, but I've done my best. I could do with some doing on the bee farm, but that's a 5-second thing, and I'm probably going to come back and do the bee farm another day. This is where the pumpkin patch finishes, so the districts are kind of going to get bigger as it goes along, because this is the pumpkin patch, and this one's a very small little district, mostly focused on farming. So we're going to actually have probably like farms, and it's going to be like a village like that, but more medieval themed. Now the district, yeah, that makes the, what's this district called? I'm forgetting what these districts are called. The Happy Diamonds. So this is going to be like a giant market. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now the overarching terror district. Oh, this is going to be hard. I'm thinking of it not even being like, where do we put it? Maybe here, just like behind here. I know I'm not going to see it, but it's going to be quite a nice place to build something. This is that. Oh no, I think this is going to be like the backstage of the over district. What district was it? The Dead Souls district, which is gonna also have some soul sound, and that's the border. I don't know where to put it, because all these districts are kind of like you just walk through them. There's going to be a bridge here. I don't know. Maybe here. I think the. Oh, that's a great idea. We have 2 bridges here, one here, and where Holy Nathaniel used to have his base. I'd have to move his chests. I tend to take. I took some of like old bits from here once that I needed. On the underside, I think. I mean, this is nothing important, I guess, but this whole land is going to be the overarching terror, and that's going to be his. You know, going to move this sign, kind of make it very. I think we're done. We're laying out the districts. Now, it's time to go and get the skeleton farm finished. Now I'm probably going to do that today. No, tomorrow. So, it's been a bit of a busy day. I've been working on pretty much all day. IMAGINETOWN, the districts of the pumpkin patch, I think that's what I called it. First 2 buildings are here now. These are going to be connected with chains. I've kind of decided that would be a nice detail. And like I said, I'm doing this by district. So this is the first 2 buildings. You know, they need to be decorated. I do have some cobblestone for decoration. This is looking quite good. And, you know, I will put, let's just do that. I hate having a fortune thing, because I do have a fortune one. Did a bit of a mining session before too, and I've added these spruce trapdoors as if that's like one of those walls. That's how it looks from the other side, and I don't think it looks that bad from the other side. mean, this is all going to get terraformed eventually around the whole area. Now, you can just see how big of the project this is going to be. But, yeah, I think, guys, I'll see you in my next clip, because I'm going to get this next building done. I think I'm going to do it wooden, because look what I've found in here. I cannot believe it. I had a chest inside this chest. Okay, my friends, so, I don't know what I've been doing over the past couple of days, but it's Thursday, and I don't think I've recorded a clip since Monday. I've done a bit things with our project, IMAGINETOWN, and I've come to have a look at Ollie Nathaniel. So Ollie Nathaniel logged on yesterday for about half an hour, and then he left. And I do not understand this, but he's a very sus recently. If he does come on, because he's very sus, and he thinks that I'm going to steal his diamonds. Do you think I'd do that? Because, no, that's not how it works. He put all his valuables in his inventory, because he even told me that he's putting all his things in his inventory. Or maybe he didn't. How did he get that? How? That is impossible. Right, but he did say he's putting all of his valuables in, what's it called? His inventory, so I can't access them. I'm afraid, my friend, that's not how Fishycraft works. So, me and Haribo kind of... So that's a rule that Ollie Nathaniel did, really, that you can't take anything from my thing, loot, because it's mine. That's not entirely true. For example, me and Haribo, we sometimes, borrowed things from each other. And that sounds fair, because, for example, if I was to be, I don't know, let's give an example in this world, over there, like maybe 100 blocks kind of south, north, I don't know, that way. But that's west. So if I was to put like 100 blocks north of this place, and I needed, for example, an axe, I'd probably come here and grab it, but then put it back. Because that was really the case, that Haribo's like, okay, I'm going to go to your base and grab some glass or a pickaxe, because I can't be bothered with going to my base. And, that was the thing that we normally do when we were working on Glasstown. I'd take things out of Haribo's chest and tell him, okay, got this from your base because I didn't have any, or I just couldn't be bothered with going to my base. But valuables, if, for example, someone was to come, well, when Jason the Quassin left Fishycraft Season 1, when he left it, what me and Haribo did shortly after is we went to his base and we, as a laugh, we took pretty much a lot of his resources. Like, we broke his shed, his warped, or was it crimson? I don't know. I think it was warped shed. We destroyed it. We also removed a lot of... we removed all of his birch floor in his terracotta little house. We kind of did that because we just did. We thought, we were a bit bored that day. And we took odd bits like netherwarts or like saplings. Things like that, because those are things you can easily pretty much get. But we never took his diamond armor. No, we never took his ancient debris, because he had a bit of debris. We never took things like that. We made, I don't know what we really took. I'd have to go on that world and have a look at some chests, and maybe that will remind me. But yeah, so I don't know, but I really want to get back on Season 1. For one reason, this world, I have nothing, and what the hell has happened to my arm? Like, look at it. Now, another thing about Fishycraft is it's just me at this point and Blurred Jack. But Blurred Jack is never going to probably come on now. That's my little hole. I'm actually going to do some things down here. I'm actually going to have my own private tunnel design. This area, I'm guaranteed going to do something here. I've not a clue what yet. I've been thinking about this. Maybe after I've done a bit of IMAGINETOWN and finished the iron farm, I might start doing something here. Like, this is a piglin hotspots for like spawning. I'd have to do a bit of more experimenting, but I may make one of those piglin bartering places, stations. But I just went to Hall in the Finals just to kind of make it a bit more themed. Now, let's go back into the overload to my base to have a look at some things. Now, we're here. Not a lot has changed, but I've been thinking about it. I want IMAGINETOWN just to be up to here. From there to... I don't want it here. I think this place will be used for something else. These are Hall in Nathaniel's chests, which she never moved, but, like, I don't know what you may want from these chests, because pretty much things... I mean, the redstone would be useful for him if he wanted to do redstone, because he's a bit one of those people, in my opinion, that doesn't tend to want to do redstone. But we have this area of IMAGINETOWN. You can see some houses have formed. This house was over there. That one's going to get moved down here. We have a bit of a stable. Now this one is going to be the butchers. So it's actually kind of... And it's also going to be my base of operation for this project. And, you know, I'm just going to store cobble, any resource, like oak wood. Any resources I will build a lot with during this project will be stored in there. I have chests just for junk, because I do tend to have a lot of junk on me. And this is it. Now, this is going to need to get this gravel path is going to have to get done at one point. I don't know how I'm going to do it in this area, but I think it's going to end just there, like at that bit, and it's just going to go all the way like round here. I mean, it would help if, for example, I don't know, but IMAGINETOWN only came into my mind like a week ago, and I was like, I actually want to do something like that. Oh, did it? No, it came like when I was recording. This is episode 5, I think. And I was like, I was talking about the projects, redstone, community, all those different project genres, and I was thinking, what do I do as a mega base build? And it's more actually to make the area look nice. It's... Look at this area, because I don't know, but these towers here are going to have beacons. This one, that, the one at the... That one and that one. The ones that... I think the ones that currently don't have roofs, this one will need a roof. So, that far end one, that one, this one and that one, they'll have beacons at them in one point, but that means 12 riverheads, and I only have one, but I'm going to keep that for myself. Because it was the first one. I killed the first river on this world, ever. And it drops a skull. I mean, just, that rarely happens, doesn't it? I've actually been in this area a lot. The iron farm's been running a bit, which is good. Just checking, because Owen Nathaniel was snooping around here the other day, in a sense of having a look at what I'd done. You know, I don't know, but I kind of don't seem to trust Owen Nathaniel, because I trust him. I used to trust him, but he doesn't trust me, and that's the thing which is kind of annoying, because last season everyone trusted each other, maybe apart from Croissant and Hammerball, they really didn't trust each other. It was like one blamed the other for something that nobody really knew the answer to, in the sense of who did it. And yeah, so I'm actually going to get IMAGINETOWN today. I have a bit of bone meal. I'm planning to get this bit done. I'm running out of pickaxes too, which is actually annoying. But I want to build a couple more not shops, but buildings. This is going to be a little, like, village, you know, little village. I'm not going to go as far as down here. I have not a clue what I'd want to do down here. But IMAGINETOWN finishes here. And I'm going to minimalize the amount of districts there is. Here, I may build something eventually. Like, there's probably going to be a bridge and a path here to IMAGINETOWN. Other than that, I have not a clue what this could possibly be used for. But who knows? This is coming together at least, and I'm going to build a couple of buildings, and I'll be back with you. I think I should. I've also grown this giant spruce. I made these a lot. They're far much more affordable than using just one sapling. Just use 4 saplings, because you get more. That's how it actually is true. You get more. So yeah, I'm actually show you how I make a building. So that, and then that these two are actually gonna have similar designs. I'm getting spammed with messages on my phone. I just hate having like my phone on when I'm recording videos, but sometimes I just need to have it on, like, because I just do. Most of the time it's like messages from someone, or it's YouTube videos uploaded. No, probably that will be the case in a couple of years' time, or however long it takes me to grow on YouTube. Because growing on YouTube, getting a good like channel subscriber amount, view amount, all that, these days it takes far much more longer. You know, you could just, sometimes you just went on, you used to be able to go on YouTube and just see one video, me at the zoo. Because that was literally the first YouTube video, me at the zoo. Not me, it was this other guy at the zoo, but that was the title of the video, me at the zoo. So, that was the only thing you'd ever see on YouTube. But over time, the platform's grown, and it's become impossible to actually, for any one of your videos to actually be noticed in a way. Because people prefer to watch all these big YouTubers who they like, you know, who seem better in a way, better quality of everything. Because smaller YouTubers, they tend to have a bit of a, I don't know what to call it. The channels, or the way they record things are a bit more less pro. So, yeah, that's the case, and I wish there was a way, you know, I wish there was a way it could be easier to get on YouTube. YouTube's recommendation system, automatically if you're not signed in, you get the first time on a device or whatever, or on a browser you use, you get these like videos which are from like bigger YouTubers. But what about the smaller YouTubers? The smaller YouTubers seem a bit neglected in my opinion, and that needs to be stopped by YouTube. I think that's the thing. I'm going to actually continue this clip for a bit longer, but YouTubers, especially the smaller ones, they need some love too, because it's not all about those big YouTubers who have gaming setups for like £1,000 or something. No, it's more about the actual people on the platform, in my opinion. Please, and have a look how that looks. I think these stripped ones look better. This is one of the buildings, so you can see how this is coming together. This is going, I don't know what the roof of this is going to be. Look, yeah, and that's the thing with YouTube. It's just impossible to get a good channel. You know, people try. I know many people who've tried using sub for sub. I know someone who uses sub for sub. I don't know why, but me and the other person who know don't know why we've not tried banning them. And it's actually someone who was part of Fishycraft, and it's not Quasson, because Quasson did have a YouTube channel which he posted memes on. Not Haribo. Not Holy Nathaniel, because Holy Nathaniel does not have a channel. You have to go deeper into the actual SMP history to actually understand who I may be on about. But they use sub for sub there because it's 2 people. I think you may know who I'm on about. I'm not going to say the names, but I think something will tell you. will, you'll know who it is, because really, the way me and Blur Jack have noticed this, the way they're gaining subs is just speed, fast. So it's not fair, you know. And it's sub for sub guaranteed, because the way of like view growing. Sub for sub is another thing that should be banned. Sub bots, things like that, they should just all be banned. Because that's unfair too, because who knows? But, I don't know. Some big YouTuber, I don't know, let's think of a big YouTuber. Mr. Beast or someone, I don't know, because he's pretty big, he's got about 50 odd million. Right? Who knows? Maybe he used sub for sub at one point in his career. That's the thing, we don't really know a lot about kind of YouTubers in general and how they're, I don't know, because YouTube is confusing. You don't tend to watch a specific YouTuber for that long, if you get what I mean. You eventually do get bored of that YouTuber. So, I'm just gonna finish this building and I shall stop the recording for now. I mean, how do you like it? I mean, I like this. I think this is gonna be, it has a bit of a more that hotel feel. A hotel right next to a butcher's, right next to, this is gonna be a horse stable, and I think here we'll have one building. This is gonna be one of my posts, which you see a lot around on this world, because that's a bit iconic, and just, yeah, I think that looks good. There's a bit of all going on. This is one of those old run-down buildings. But I hope you guys have actually enjoyed this clip, because I'll be back with you for one more last clip, I think, today, in which I kind of do a bit of insight. So, hello. And now, this is my second take on this outro, or kind of like the last clip I'm planning to record. I realised yesterday when I was actually recording the outro, but that kind of failed because my recording stopped. And I'm sorry for that if you hear that. Cars, obviously. But, what I'm doing is I'm working on a project, and you'll kind of get introduced to it next episode. Now, about IMAGINETOWN, I may have mentioned this already, or not. It's kind of going well, but the districts, I know I've said about districts, but I'm actually going to split it up. It's pretty much going to be where Harry had his base, in that area, and just going up to the castle. And going up to a specific point, going up to the castle, I'll show you what I've done, right? I don't know if I've said this, it was been ages since I've actually recorded a clip, it's been ages since I've been on this world, and we'll kill the cow for the sake of the leather, and just a bit, I'm going back to my base, because I actually was visiting something, I don't know if you guys, this is a bit of a clue, this inventory gives you a bit of the clue, there's kind of 3 items that will give you a clue what I'm doing in my inventory right now. So that will give you a clue about what I'm doing. So if you have guessed correctly, you can put it in the comments. Next episode will guarantee be out faster, because I've been working on formula, and I've got episode 2 ready for premiere tomorrow, I think, which is a Friday. Now, I don't know when you guys are going to be watching this, and that nearly killed me. But, I'm stuck. Oh, this is bad. I got stuck in this hole in the past. Not as you may think I have. I actually got stuck in this hole on the other world. Because of the original. Now, I'm probably going to be doing some things with, I'm not going to actually say what I'm going to be doing, because that kind of gives it away, but this thing, I'm going to have eventually a whole restoration project of it. You know, I think I'll restore it to a bit more of the former glory, how it should look, and I'll probably maybe make a path here and just have some. Now, we're back at our base, and I'll show you what I've done to IMAGINETOWN. This is IMAGINETOWN, and it feels a bit different right now. I noticed this, and I was actually going crazy on the previous recording I did for this, which was the outro, but that just kind of got corrupt, I'd say. This. I noticed sweet berries can be converted with composters, but I noticed poppies can. You can get bone meal through poppies. How do you may ask? Well, chuck a poppy into a composter, but then you may be asking, where do I get poppies from? The answer lies right ahead of you. Here, an iron farm. Iron golems drop two things: iron ingots and poppies. I feel ashamed. I've been playing this game for so long. I just feel offended. I just kind of do. And I actually have had a couple of AFK sessions. I've managed to remove some of the iron from here. And actually, what I've done is I've moved it to a chest in IMAGINETOWN. But I'll show you what I've done here. That's a factory, the brick granite or whatever. And the brick, I get it quite cheap from a villager, so it doesn't matter. We have this, the hotel. We have this, the butchers. We have this, the horse stables. Don't worry, horses, the butchers are not going to get you because butchers are like cows and pigs, right? So we have this. This is going to be a bit more like a restaurant type. The barrel bar. The barrel bar. Good idea for a name. Or like, you know, I've got some things. In here, I actually want to have like sweet berries and that, but we can actually disguise it as barrel bar, because the colours match your barrel. I think I've got a barrel on me. I had one. This is it, and I need the resource gathering. I'm going to keep the pods though. It just kind of looks nice. I've added this little thing. It's going to be something here, probably like a giant statue of myself or something. Maybe like a statue of Haribo, because this is his land. Or maybe not, because who would want to have a statue of him after what he did? I don't know. And there's the castle over there, which looks pretty good. We're getting somewhere. Now, with Ender Dragon, I'm going to want to do it pretty shortly. But I have come here for one thing, and it's rails. I think that will give you an idea of what we're going to be doing next episode. And we're also going to be working on Barrel Bar and some of IMAGINETOWN's builds. Putting the whole project with the Nether Hub aside for the time being, and we'll be focusing our ways of preparing for Ender Dragon. I think you may be guessing what I'm hinting at. But if you're not, you'll see next episode. Now, I'm hoping to put 2 episodes out in a row. One and then 2 days later the next. I'm hoping to do that. I'm also hoping for... Would you guys do like doing an enchantment to end the episode? I have the sticks. Let's just get a diamond pick. I actually could do with one. Or maybe a diamond sword. Like, do we have a sword anyway? Is it? I have a look what you can get on an enchantment on a. Just have a look before I do it. Silk touch. That reminds me. I just need the unbreaking. I'm hinting at what I'm going to be doing at next episode, and I've forgotten I have a sugarcane farm, so I should take the sugarcane from that. And you guys not getting any vibes from season 1? We did something very similar. Even though it was pretty much, and Haribo did this, he had a full-on project at one point. He built a giant something box, which he called Town. Do you guys not know what I'm on about? I think you guys do know, but I'm not going to tell you until next episode. Maybe I'll tell you. I'll think about it. I came here for rails and mine carts. But we'll be working on that all next week, pretty much. Because, you know, it's a bit resource gathering, and then I'll go and do skeleton farm. Do as though the buildings I've started in IMAGINETOWN, or the structures, finish them, and then we'll go and do Ender Dragon. I mean, do I have those? Yes, I do have the blaze rods. Only Nathaniel's a bit like, it's his blaze rods. Who got half of them? Who got the other half? It's basically like, that's my half, that's only Nathaniel's half. Let's just add that. There we go. So we both got them. He's like, it's his, but they're actually mine and his. But I've got them because he left them in the chest, and he left. Now, what were we about to do? So you can get them breaking free on here, right? So we're gonna do this as like a thing to finish the episode off. I have these 2 unbreaking free souls. I forgot I have the souls. I already have a bow, which should actually start making the list of things I will need for Ender Dragon. Gonna disenchant this one. Hope for the best. It's like okay. What can I get on a pick now? I'm breaking free, probably gonna get a Silk Touch. Smite 4. That's a diamond. We could do with a new diamond, but we can actually repair this one. We'll be able to do that very shortly. Smite 4. What can we get on a pick now? I'm breaking free, efficiency. We'll try that next episode. It's good to have a Smite 4, and it's good to have a looting free. This is going to make life so much easier for me with the skeletons. Getting. I'm happy. I think you guys will be happy too. And you know, I said we'll be able to repair this soon. I'm actually going to go. Now, if you watch my first 2 episodes, I may have included this or I may have not included this. This area. This hints to you a bit. It actually went down. This area went down a couple of blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We went to this, you had a little fence. There was something there once. Let me grab the rails! I think you guys are not... I think you guys do know what I'm on about. We'll grab this. And I'll see you in a... something edge. What's a something edge, you may ask? Something ledge. I think you guys know what I'm on about very well. Because, yep, it's time we get a trading all. I think you guys know what I'm on about. But you'll have to wait for the next episode for that. IMAGINETOWN's going quite well. I'll have to watch all the clips through. I'm guaranteed going to do that because it's a 40-minute recording. But what I'm going to do is watch it through. I don't really know. I'm tending to start watching all my episodes through before I upload them because sometimes before I start recording, you hear the what? Like a mouse, like. Okay, I just did that. I have a second mouse just in case my current mouse breaks. I actually have 2. So if you heard that, that's what you can hear. Now, I'm sorry if you heard the mouse clicking noise a lot, but it happens. So I cut those clips out. Now, I think I may do a video, maybe like on one of the episodes, a detailed way of how I edit my episodes. But other than that, thanks for watching. I'm sorry this episode is took so long to record. I started recording it on the 17th. It's the 28th. Finishing recording it on. And I've also been, Formula number one. That just takes a while to record an episode and edit it. But thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next episode.